Hey everybody, it is September 4th, 2018 at 7:15 p.m. in the afternoon. I do not believe you can hear this, but in the background is Chris Matthews' show, which gives us extra blah 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 blah. So I apologize for that if you can hear it. I had a really hard time just planning this at the beginning of this cartoon of where I wanted it. And Arlo has asked in the past for me to describe how I got the idea. I don't know. I was melding some things in my mind between the whole Nike thing and these racist robocalls going on in Florida. And there was something else too I was thinking about. But then when I looked up about the racist robocalls, because I wanted to read more about it, I saw that there have been racist robocalls going on in Iowa about Molly Tibbetts. And some of them actually said, kill them all, in reference to, I don't know if just immigrants or brown people in general or what, I don't know. So I get this idea somehow. I was walking around outside pacing back and forth thinking about my next cartoon. And I got this idea of two Klansmen watching this thing with Kaepernick, and one of them saying, oh, now we gotta burn our Nikes. And from there, it kind of went into the whole, like, hey, let's actually name an actual shoe, one of their, I don't know, labels, whatever. Or the label's Nike, I don't know. And there is a shoe called Zoom Pegasus Turbo. But I added the Air to it because there was another one called Air Pegasus or an Air Turbo. So I liked it better with the Air. So I did that. And I think with my very initial drawing here of Kaepernick's frame with his afro and his body, I liked it. I didn't really want to mess with that too much. So I did it. Kaepernick is kind of lean and muscular, so got to get that in there. And he has a huge afro, which I totally love. I hope he never gets rid of it because I like drawing it. And I went with crud today instead of crap because sometimes editors complain. I can't put crap into too many cartoons. Did I tell you this is episode 214? Yeah, for some reason I just really had a hard time putting everything where I wanted it at the beginning. Because the most important aspect of this cartoon, other than drawing Kaepernick, was the shoes. How to make the shoes very visible. Which also went into account to how big they were, what color they are. So I was going down the Nike website, looking at all this kind of stuff. I hadn't been to the Nike website ever in my life, so I'm looking at it. And I was also thinking, I really kind of want to support this. I'm thinking about buying some Nike shoes. Then I saw the prices, and I thought, I'm not buying any Nike shoes. It was like the cheapest things there are about $75. And you don't need them. I need shoes that bad. No, you don't. But then I noticed that Nike owns Converse, and I have 3 pairs of Converse. So I'm good. I'm okay. Yeah, I got it. It's really, really funny what conservatives get upset about now. Monday morning, I saw this 3 cartoons complaining about Hollywood and the American flag not being displayed on the moon. And my initial reaction was, what? And then this morning I saw 2 more about that. And there must be a right-wing talking point memo going off on Breitbart or the Daily Stormer or the Daily Wire or Daily Caller or some kind of crap. But apparently there's this Hollywood, well, of course it's Hollywood. There's this movie about the moon landing that does not actually show them planting the flag, Neil Armstrong planting the flag on the moon. And they're conservatives are really, 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 really mad about this. So, what the hell? But the talking points. And I thought about doing a cartoon. Yeah, that was the other issue in my head. I was thinking about that. And my first idea actually was like how to give conservatives a heart attack. Was to show Kaepernick and the flag on the moon. And then I thought, I don't know if that really makes sense. People will really get it. And then my second idea was someone being upset about the flag not being planted in Hollywood's representation of the fake moon landing. And I thought, let me hold off on that. Let me give it a day. Maybe after a day, more people will know about this issue. Because I thought, if I don't know about the issue, and I watch news 24/7, no one else will know this issue about the whole flag thing. And then Joe Heller, a colleague of mine, did that same angle about it being a hoax. So I thought, I can't do that now. And he was the first non-crazy right-wing guy to do a cartoon on it too. I was also concerned that people wouldn't know about the Kaepernick thing, but after today and social media and checking it out, everybody knows about the Kaepernick thing. Yeah, it's a big issue. So I picked the right one. I also was not sure if it would actually work at all. I didn't know if anybody would get the cartoon or appreciate it or understand it. But if social media is a gauge, 400 shares on Facebook tells me it's all right. I ran into a friend today, and I did not know this. He's a right-winger, and he might be listening to this later. His name is Rick, and hey Rick, you got a shout out. And Rick's a guy that I've been in the music circle with here locally for over a decade. He's put a pickup and a guitar of mine, and we've never been in a band together, but we've been in bands with the same people though. And he's loaned me a practice space once to try out band members and stuff like that. And he walked up to me today, and he was talking about my videos because he's been watching them. And I was like, that's really, really cool. So I told him, you have to subscribe. People, please subscribe if you want to help me out. Subscribe to the channels. But Rick was talking about the noodling on the guitar, and I told him I really didn't think about it. I just did it. I just pluck along. Don't know what I'm doing. Arlo made a comment. I think it was Arlo's comment about somebody who used to scratch Led Zeppelin on desk in school, ends up playing Telecasters on a YouTube video. Well, they're not always Telecasters. Right now it's my acoustic. It's my Guild. But we should do some shout-outs. I don't think Arlo gave us one for the last one. On 213, I'm the one with Trump not being at the funeral, but he's outside looking in. We have Ariel. She's bashing me for confusing her with Akinta. Ariel, that's not even worth replying to. Sorry, ladies. And I don't know. Ariel's talking about being a lesbian with some woman that she's known for 20 years, and I don't know what that has to do with the last cartoon. She marked it at 437, so maybe I should look back on that. I don't know what she's talking about, but she's super hot, and I need pictures. Got Ariel, more Ariel. And Ivanka and Jared are invited, but Trump. I don't know if Ivanka and Jared would actually invite it. I think it was more like they were probably allowed into the funeral. I don't know. I mean, they show up and you're like, let them in. And Robert Cotino has a colonoscopy this Thursday. Have fun with that, Robert. I don't want to comment on that anymore because I might curse myself and have to get one myself. I don't know. I don't even want to think about that. There's Arla. How does someone go from scribbling the Zeppelin on a desk in high school to becoming a political cartoonist? I bet people don't cuss at the dude who draws Family Circus. I'm sure somebody cusses at him. Somewhere. Probably his wife. I don't know. I don't really read comic strips ever. Really, I don't. And in high school, I wasn't so much a Zeppelin fan. I kind of got, I gained an appreciation for Zeppelin after high school. During high school, I was still into the Beatles and Rolling Stones, which made me very uncool. This is back in the 80s. Trust me, girls did not like that. But around the same time, I also got into hair metal. I got into Rat and Motley Crue, and that was all kind of momentarily. It didn't last very long because at some point I really burned out on it because it was all the same kind of thing. It was pretty bad. I also like Kiss though when I was a teenager, early teenager. So, and in elementary. So, you got to keep that in context here. But here's the thing: out of all that stuff I listened to back then, I still listen to the Beatles and the Stones, and all the other stuff I listen to, I don't listen to it so much anymore. Akenta liked the cartoon and the video, and thank you very much, Akenta. And I'm replying to Akenta because I know you are Akenta and not Ariel. I try to make the Nikes here look as bright as possible. And one thing I did forget was to color their hands. And I had actually formatted the cartoon, and I had made all the separate files. I sent it to Go Comics, and I had it all loaded up into the email, all 3 files, when I noticed that I did not have the hands colored. And so I had to go wipe it all out. I noticed it when I was trying to put it on the blog. And on the blog, that's when I noticed finally that the hands were not colored. So I went back and colored the hands and reloaded the email and resent to Go Comics. The funny thing about talking to Rick today was that at first he was like, I think that's Clay playing the guitar. It's not some track in the background. Yep, it's all me. Nobody can play guitar this poorly. Okay. And like I also told Rick, it's like the only time I ever get to play guitar. It's the only time I ever get to work on these calluses. Alright, there's your cartoon, folks, and I'm done. I have nothing else to say. I will be drawing again tonight. Your next video, which will be 2:15, will be uploaded tomorrow. Go to the blog Claytoonz.com tomorrow and see the new cartoon. It should be posted around at least by 8 a.m. Subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe. Someday I will make money at this. Help me get some pennies. And leave a comment. Click the like and share this on social media, and I will see you folks later. Bye.